Howdy, my name is Daxio, and this is Plugged In News. In today's pin update, we have a $1.9 trillion coronavirus package being passed by Congress this week, as well as 23% of nursing home deaths come from a total of 4 states. And last but not least, violence in the autonomous zone inside of Minneapolis. Let's get right into that. Alright, so for our first story today, we've been covering this a little bit. The House has approved of the $1.9 trillion COVID-19 relief and partisan vote, and this comes from MSN News by Christina Marcos. It states in the article, the House on Wednesday approved Biden's sweeping $1.9 trillion Corona COVID-19 relief package in starkly partisan 220 to 211 vote, sending the legislation to the White House and clinching Democrats' first big legislative victory in the Biden era. It then goes on to say, Biden has said he will sign the measure as soon as it reaches his desk, with the White House saying he's expected to sign it on Friday. The president is set to address the nation Thursday evening on the coronavirus pandemic. This is great and all, even though like 85% of this bill doesn't even go to America. Most of it goes to like foreign policies, I think, and stuff like that. Or it doesn't even go to Americans. I mean, like 10% of the bill goes to Americans. If they gave us like all the money in the bill instead of like $1,400 checks, I think it'd be like $10,000, which still wouldn't be good because inflation's just gonna go through the roof. But hey, stimulus package. Alright, and for our next story today, from Breitbart News, by Michael Leahy, 23% of COVID-19 nursing home deaths were in 4 states where Democratic governors forced admissions: New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Michigan. Let's read right into this. 23% of COVID-19 nursing home deaths were in 4 states, New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Michigan, where Democratic governors forced nursing homes to admit residents who had tested positive for COVID-19, according to the most recent data published on March 4th by the COVID Tracking Project. It goes on to say, 23% of those 174,000 nursing home deaths, or 40,000, have occurred in the 4 states where Democratic governors, Governor Andrew Cuomo for New York, Governor Tom Wolf of Pennsylvania, Governor Phil Murphy of New Jersey, and Governor Gretchen Whitmer of Michigan, have implemented policies in March and April of 2020 forcing nursing homes to accept COVID-19 positive patients. Now it shows us a little stat sheet here. New York, the number of deaths for nursing home patients was 14,000. Pennsylvania, 12,000 deaths. New Jersey, 7,000, almost 8. And Michigan, 5,000. Now this just goes on to show that your governors do not care about the senior citizens. They don't care about the people, and as long as COVID's out of their head, out of their hair, because they had like thousands of rooms in hospitals and ICU beds that could have been being used, but instead they decided to send these sick patients to nursing homes where old people that most likely already have health problems, and then they might get COVID. Like, I don't get that. Alright, for our next article by the National Conservative, the author, his name's not listed, but the title is 2 Shot and 1 Killed Inside Black Lives Matter Autonomous Zone in Minneapolis. In the story, it states, Black Lives Matter activists have revived their Minneapolis Autonomous Zone. They are holding 24/7 Black Lives Matter protests for the duration of the trial of Derek Chauvin. It is called the Free State of George Floyd. It goes on to read, 30-year-old Imez Wright was killed by gunfire over the weekend. A second victim was injured. Much like the murders at the Seattle BLM Autonomous Zone, his death had barely received any media coverage. The shooting took place at the George Floyd Memorial Square, the intersection where George Floyd died while in police custody. BLM activists claim that a 4-block area around the intersection is an autonomous zone. Shortly after, city officials denied the existence of the autonomous zone despite barricades in the streets. A city shot spotter device picked up the gunfire and alerted the police, When the police arrived at the barricades, they were greeted by BLM protesters who actively prevented them from investigating the crime scene. Imez Wright was driven to the hospital but died. Way to go, guys. Police say that the shooter left in a Chevrolet Suburban that had bullet holes in it, and that was the end of that story. So, BLM doesn't really care about anyone. They only care about protesting and causing havoc. This man, Imez Wright, was shot and killed, and they didn't do anything to help him other than block the police from trying to help him. So, great job, BLM. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Here is the heartwarming clip of the day. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you like the video, make sure to drop a like on it, drop a sub on my channel, let me know how I'm doing, comments down below, stay updated with the news, and stay plugged in. Peace out.